Everything happened at different timelines. We had finance correct. But everything happened at different timelines.
Reach South Africa. This boy just turned to Romeo. I later found out that it was a planned work between him and his team because of clouds. Confused, very manipulative.
Oh, now
when I came out of this house, me and this boy, we break up which 10 times.
Did things ever get physical with Phina?
No, they didn't.
I was accused of hitting you and you didn't say anything about it.
Oh, when I
Oh God, crazy. I cannot even begin to explain how I actually feel at this point. Today literally is the most undecisive, confusing, and incomplete. Like, we know that day 2 was incomplete, right? But today was literally very, very incomplete with how it ended. And it's all because, like, it was how it all started, how it went down, how it ended, who played who had the best game, who is the master planner. And at the end, I'm like, okay, so what else are we talking about right now? Because I am having headache. Guys, if you're new to my channel, it is your one and only Lady Jackson, and I'm going to give you all the lowdown on everything that happened on the day 5 of the Big Brother Naija reunion, season 7. And today we had to, dissect and understand the Groovy and Phina issue and how it all ended, and if we're going to see a form of reconciliation to be friends or not. And I'll just start randomly, right? Because I think I did not meet them exactly when Ebuka asked the first question. But basically, Ebuka was asking Amaka how things got bad between her and Phina, and it was all about Groovy. And this was because Amaka liked Groovy some way, somehow, and she had hinted it to Phina from the onset. Phina knew, and then of course, one way or the other, Phina also began to like Groovy and decided that, you know what, she was going to get it on with him. She was not going to let any other lady get the man that she wanted. And then she went on, all this happening behind Amaka, and when Amaka spotted it, she was very hurt and disappointed because she thought that her and Phina were friends. And this was like when the party was happening, they would sneak to bathrooms, they would sneak upstairs, and a whole lot of other things. In the long run, right, Phina apologized to Amaka, saying that, if you were hurt in any way, I didn't mean to hurt you, and I'm really sorry about that. Then Ebuka moved on to ask, why she doesn't, see anything wrong in rolling. Now he was referring to Phina, in rolling and kissing Groovy a week later after her and Amaka had teamed up to, warn Beauty about Groovy, saying that Groovy or Beauty were liking each other. But since that everybody was playing the game, why did she have to get to that point? And she said, you know what, it was not planned. Yes, they spoke to Beauty about Groovy stuff, and then, likeness, things just became intense, and she went on with the flow. And I'm like, okay, girl, all these things that just happened between you and Amaka, and then down to Beauty, it just points out one thing, that you are a big player. You're a big player, and at some point you almost got yourself played. Ebuka moved on to ask where did it break up with Phina? Now he was referring to Groovy, where did all this thing get to this bad? There were a lot of accusations after the show, and they were together. Groovy went on to tell us that he and Phina were good, they were close, they were vibing, not until January when they went for the South Africa trip. Now, I think it was during this conversation that I understood clearly that this reunion was actually recorded and covered in South Africa, if I'm not mistaken, because Phina hinted something. Anyways, Groovy said that they were good until January when they were at Cape Town. That was when things just, went bad and it became unreconcilable. Now, Ebuka asked Groovy, did he ever get physical? Because we saw, rumors that flew around that there was something like a domestic violence between the both of them. And Groovy said he was not raised up like that. His parents did not teach him to raise his hands on women. Nothing like that ever happened from his point. But then, Phyna'S interrupted that it was actually an accusation towards her that she had laid a finger on him, that she slapped him or hit him on the face, and that he could not even come to defend her. And of course, he blurted out that in his defense, he couldn't defend her because even when people were accusing him of sleeping with Phyna'S' PA, she did not defend him. And I was like, the both of you are just really very petty people, because it's just total pettiness for people to, pay each other with the same coin. But I can understand, each person being hurt in a certain degree, and just decided, what, let this person have a taste of their own venom. Now, of course, the conversation moved on to Phyna'S, whom Ebuka asked, when did this all end? How did it get bad? Phyna'S said that she never hit Groovy, that she had to defend herself in the most painful way possible, and that, that one thing that even made this thing end the most is that she discovered that he was a confused human being. He was manipulative. He's a mommy's boy, and he just interrupted, of course, saying that all these things she's saying is because she was hurt that they broke up, that she was hurt by the relationship. They went on to she calling him, of course, a mama's boy, but claims that he didn't want this or that. Oh, he's not trying to break up with her, but people outside, his people don't want this, his people don't want that. She was just saying that people control this boy so much that he cannot even think like a man on his own. Now, she said that she knew that he was playing a game when he had a conversation with Chizzy that he likes chumsy. Groovy then, had to tell Daniela that, what, I like chumsy, and then he doesn't know what exactly to do, saying that he's now with Phyna'S. And then, Daniela had to encourage him that, what, whatever it is, manage it with Phyna'S, and then when you're outside the show, you can now pursue a true relationship with chumsy, which was quite crazy. Now, of course, they broke up, according to Phyna'S, that he was so indecisive to the point that they broke up more than 10 times, and that she knew that he was very manipulative and very annoying and a very cunning human being. When they came to SA, he decided to become a Romeo, a sweet boy, a lover boy, that it turns out she later discovered that he wanted to chase clouds and get views and get followership from their name together, that he had planned this with his own team. Of course, Groovy interfered and said it was all a lie, that he never did anything like that. But of course, because she's bitter, he understands. Ebuka went on to ask Groovy that what exactly is the lie, that he then said that she didn't want anything to do with him. He said that Phyna'S ignored him all the time. Even after they were done, he tried reaching out to her when she posted that she almost got poisoned, but she didn't respond. She just shut him off. And he said that, what, I'm not here to actually drag or fight anybody. I'm just here to clear stuff with anybody that feels hurt and stuff. And that, what, for her not defending me, I felt it right that I couldn't defend her too. And that's what it is. At this point, they kept going back and forth, bitter exchange, that the ex-housemates were telling them to round up. Ebuka was tired of interfering. And at the end, Ebuka was just like, what, this was just a full back and forth without any conclusion. And it was disappointing. I don't know what it is, but I don't think I dislike Phyna'S like I disliked her yesterday. I feel that I like the fact that she defended herself, and I like the fact that, Groovy defended himself. Either ways, I don't think that a show should make two people that never knew each other from anywhere to hate themselves this much.